Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to submit your geofilters to Snapchat. So I'm in my file that has the buffer zones. I download this from week 1. It's actually the template file, the AI or Adobe Illustrator template file, because I made all of mine, let's just say I made all of mine in Illustrator. So one thing you might want to check out before you do anything else is you might want to put a picture behind your filter and just make sure that it looks good on a picture. Make sure it looks good on a darker picture and a lighter picture. Some pictures are light, some are dark, so you need it to look good on both. And that's why I actually added this extra little bit here to my design to help it pop out on a dark background. And then the dark will look good on a light background. So this filter now will look good on both dark and light backgrounds when people take snaps or geofilter snaps, whatever you want to call it. So I've added, a new artboard here, 2 new artboards for my other 3 designs. I'm going to delete this out of here so that the background will be transparent. You can edit artboards. You can add artboards to your document so you can get all 3 of your designs into the template. If you made your design in a separate document like I did, you can always just grab it and then group it if it's not already grouped. Command C to copy, and then Command V to paste. V as in Victor, to paste. And then you can use this image, this tool, the free transform tool, to size it, and just make sure you keep it out of the buffer zones. I mean, maybe you might want it to be up here. You might get away with this. I'm not exactly sure where Snapchat draws the line as far as where you can place your graphic and how far into the buffer zone you can. I know that this one here has part of its graphic into the buffer zone, but I think definitely text needs to stay out of the buffer zone. So anyway, let's just say I have 3 separate designs that I've designed. They look good on a dark black background or a light background. I've checked them all and made adjustments if necessary so that they look good on a variety of backgrounds. And then we can, now that we have all 3 designs in one document, we can save it, for one thing. I've named mine Mary Snapchat Geofilters. I'm going to need this AI file and the PNG files that you export out for Snapchat for grade in Brightspace. So file plus a screenshot of what Snapchat sends you. Okay, so file export as. I've made another, let's see. I've made another folder in my project folder called PNG files. So you can make a folder. We want to use artboards. Make sure the format's on PNG. We can make the range 2 to 4 since I don't really want to export out this. Just make sure that there's nothing in the background on your geofilter designs, and make sure to check that. Make the range 2 to 4 and then export. You can make your screen size 72 and the background color should be transparent. So go ahead and push OK. I'm going to be replacing the other ones I just made. And yeah, now we should, if we look in that folder, we have our 3 separate designs. And if we put this on list view up here, we can see how big they are. And they're all under 300 kilobytes. So that's one of the requirements. They have to be under a certain file size, and our file sizes are looking good. So the next step would be getting into the browser and actually submitting these to Snapchat. Okay, so now I'm in my browser. I'm in Chrome. I would suggest using Google Chrome and not Safari. Chrome, if you don't have Chrome on your computer, just go ahead and download it because Chrome works a lot better than Safari does. So I find the easiest way to do this is just search for Snapchat geofilters and then go here. And then it takes you right here. It's basically snapchat.com/create/submit.html #creative. So anyway, if you search for Snapchat geofilters, you should be able to find this page. And then go upload. And then let's go to that first design, push open. I already did it before, so that's why it's showing it. But here we go. That's looking good. Let me move this up. And so the first step is design, and that's basically you can just upload your design in here. You can turn the guides off too if you want, but the guides will show you your buffer zones. So, and then continue. I don't know why it's saved all my old information, but I need to reset my fence. But anyway, this is the part where we choose our location. So I definitely want to still be in Havre, but I did this for Saddle Butte. So I'm kind of thinking I need to find Saddle Butte, which is right here. So I'm going to type in there we go. And sometimes you have to type in the name of the place. So if you're trying to do like Devlin Trail or, you know, Wapkachugan or like any of those, the Buffalo Jump, like you have to name it in here. You have to input like Havre sometimes to zoom in and get to where you need to be. And then you can also use the plus icon, obviously. I think the trail that they're putting in, I think Havre Trails is putting in a trail. And it's pretty hard to figure out exactly where it's at on this map. But I think it would probably be, it's definitely kind of a guessing game. But I'm kind of guessing the main area that's going to be hikeable anyway is going to be around this area here. On this side of the butte. And they say the smaller you make your area, the more chance it has of being, or the less strict the rules are for them accepting it. Okay, so once you get your geofence where the actual snap will work, or the geofilter will work, once you get your geofence drawn out on your map, you can push continue, and then you can add your name in here. And then the description is really where you try to convince the team why your snap is important or your geofilter is important. Something like that. I mean, you can also do more than that. You can even look up like good descriptions for Snapchat geofilters, but for now, for the sake of this demo, this is gonna go dead. I'm gonna go ahead and submit this. I don't see the email field. And that's probably what's wrong with, maybe my Chrome is outdated, and I'm not seeing the email field. So definitely update your browser, but there should be an email field, and if you submit your Snapchat, they will send you an email, and so you can go into your email. Let me show you what the email sort of looks like. Let's just pretend that worked. Definitely probably a browser issue. So I'm going to search for Snapchat. This will be from last year, but so they'll send emails, and they look like this. And so this is the one I did last year. So we can actually take a picture of this, Shift Command 4 on a Mac, and it just proves that you submitted. And I want that for a grade for all 3 designs that you submit. So basically what I'm wanting for a grade are the PNG files that you create either out of the AI template or the Photoshop template, and your native file. So if you made it in AI or Illustrator, I want the AI file. If you made it in Photoshop, I want the PSD file. And then I also want the 3 screenshots of each of your submittals. So for each design, 3 screenshots from the email. So basically, I just need the native files for all 3 designs, the PNG files, the 3 PNG files that you submitted to Snapchat, and then also these 3 screenshots for each design that you created. So there's kind of a lot of files. Make sure you put those all into a zip folder, like into a folder. So like, so I'm going to put my geofilter. I did one in Photoshop, so I'm going to put my PSD one in there. I'm going to put my AI file in there that has my other 2 designs that I did. Let's just say that this is hypothetical. And then I'm going to put my 3 PNG files in there. I copied that, and I pasted them. So this is what I want for grade. The PNG files that you created out of whatever program you designed them in, and the ones that you actually submitted to Snapchat. The native file types, so the PSD and the AIs that you might have made. And then put them in a folder like this. Maybe I'll put my name on it. And then you can do a control click on that and compress it, and I want a zip file. So make sure you zip your files up, okay? And that's what I want in Brightspace for grade.